Welcome back. I've realised something. You can't plough a fallow field. We're going to move those ploughs to another farm, and we're going to move them over to this one. It's got a good rotation on there. They've not got any fallow fields, and we'll sort the rotations out. So let's move our ploughs over. It's cool that you can move them over. And actually, is it supply for oxen? Let's get some hay in. We have got some hay locally for the horses and water. Water there. So we should be able to get that pretty quickly supplied. And they'll take a little while to come over as well. In fact, they're already on their way. Should we see if we can find them? There they are. Our plough coming over. And are you going to pick up that plough? Yep. Nice. Oh, great. Oh, there's two there. Two ploughs. Come on over. And what we need to do is put this farm on a 4-field rotation. So add another one on. Happy days. So we're in February, and I believe we're going to be planting these things. So what we want to do is, because we've got 6 fields here, we're just going to grow the food crops. And so we'll start with 2 wheat, 2 buckwheat, and at the bottom 2 potato. So we're going to just grow 2 of each, and then the following years we're just going to go on to the next item. So wheat goes to buckwheat, buckwheat goes to potato, and potato goes to wheat. And then if we go up, we're going for buckwheat, potato, potato, and then we're going fallow, and then it goes back round. And here we're going wheat and wheat, and then down here we're going for buckwheat. So each year we've got 2 of each crop growing in each of the fields, and then on the 4th year we've got fallow. Now what we would want to do is just have one farm every 4 years going fallow. So, and I guess you could say that you just need 3 farms to have ploughs, and you can, the next farm that's going to be fallow, you move the ploughs over and away, or if you just can't be bothered with that hassle, just have ploughs in every farm. But to begin with, if you want to stretch your oxen, if you're running, if you've not got a huge amount of oxen, then that's what you can do. Now let's have a look at this tanning process, because you'll be screaming at the screen. Go on the help icon, and to start the batch your workers will require tree bark, lime, salt and water. Tree bark? Hello? Hello, hello. We don't have any tree bark. Trees, forestry. Here we go. Bark. Bark, bark, bark. Let's go up to full on bark. We may as well. And we're going to be very excited to start our tanning process. What's a slaughterhouse doing? We've only got 100 skins, so what we could do is say we'll have 2 batches at the moment, and each batch size is 500, and we have to have a worker for each batch. And here we go, awaiting 1,000 bark. So it looks like it's 1,000 bark for each batch, 500 hides, 200 lime, 150 salt. Right, we're going to start ploughing. Let's have a look. Here we go. Ah, they're doing it. They're doing it. Come on. Someone else. Come on, come on. They're ploughing. And this is what the game's all about. This is what has taken so long. Just to breed enough cows. I know we could have probably ordered in some ox, couldn't we? Some bulls. Could have bought some bulls, couldn't we? But we were looking to get the cow breeding up as well. So we could just like grow our own. And there it is. Oh, and what's the nutrient level? 91%. So what haven't we done? 76%, 57%. Let's see if that goes up. 76, 57%, 41%. Don't know if this is one of the fields they're yet to do. Oh no, look, it says ploughing here. 100%, 90%, 86%. So it's that one in the top right, I think, that they're ploughing. It's the last one. 100, 90, 86. It should bring everything up to 100%. Is it? I'm not sure that did, but anyway, it does add nutrients. Strangely, it didn't seem to affect the nutrients in that. I think it's 15%. I think it gives you a nutrient boost of 15%. It might be that the second it started ploughing, it had already given it a nutrient boost, and so visually, when we waited for it to finish, that was the wrong cue. We kind of missed it maybe. So we've started ploughing. We need to make sure this farm is ready next with enough oxen. So we can order a couple of ploughs and just see. We'll wait a little while for the season to go through, because I think we've got some bulls waiting to become adults, so we'll wait for that. Now, what are we doing with this tannery? Whoa, 4,000. 5,000 altogether. Okay, so they were just bringing in batches of 1,000. I cannot wait for this this to be done. So it's going to take a while. If we look at the question mark, so to produce leather, you'll need to expose raw hides to a 6-month-long tanning process. Choose the amount of hides to be processed in one batch and number of batches. Every batch should be maintained by one worker throughout the whole period. If no maintenance done for too long, the batch will be spoiled. So there we go. There we go. Tanning until October. So batch 1 is underway. Batch 2 is now being collected. Fantastic, we've done it. We've started all that process, and look, we've got all these boys and girls up here to supply us with meat, with new baby oxen and bulls and all sorts. We've got 12 cows there. We've got a newborn and a 1 month. So yep, they're reproducing again. They didn't in that fallow field, did they? Got a newborn there, and loads of ox here actually. 21. So one of them will be slaughtered very soon. 20 there, so they may the next time they have a newborn might mean that the older one's cold. So let's turn you into an ox. Let's have a little look then. Bull is 11 months, 10 months. Right, let's see what you're saying then. We need another ox. They're offering flour, lime, salt, and demanding wheat and shoes. It's not a trade that I want to make. Not on your Nelly. 1-year-old bull, 1-year-old bull, 11-month-old bull. So that 11-month-old bull will become 1 soon, so we'll have another ox there. So we've got 2 oxes, and we should start to make a plough if I order it. There we go. And they're making the plough now, collecting the materials. Great. It's all starting to come together. Ooh, look, there's a space for a couple of houses there. Squeeze another couple of people in, can't we? Because we've got ever-growing processes. Oh, you're not the right way around, are you? Easy now. One. 2. We were on an uneven terrain there, but it didn't seem to mind. Turn you around. Doesn't look like this is liking the terrain. No, you're not liking the terrain. Okay, maybe we could have some more houses down here. We've got space, haven't we? Go on then, we'll squeeze some more houses in. Rotate you upwards because we may be able to squeeze a back-to-back in. There's a little trick to get the end house. Oh, that'll do. Oh no, let's turn you that way. Yep. There's a little trick to get the end house smaller. So we'll lay you down, lay a small one next to it, and then click off, and then demolish that one, and then go back on, and then you've got a small house to join on to. There you go. Not that we can fit another one here. We should have left a bit more space, but anyway. There we go, and we might be able to do a couple of back-to-backs here. Oh yeah, it's not liking the uneven terrain, and it's not liking the size. Okay, we'll go with that row for now, and we might be able to sort something out there at another time. We could take off the snap or something, I don't know. Trader, no. Look, ploughed fields. And we're doing well with our chickens. Here we go. Chickens and pigs. So we're full there. We've got loads of eggs and chicken meat. You're getting through the buckwheat and potatoes at the pigsty. So many potatoes, haven't we? But our harvests will get a bit more even, and I'll show you what's planned for up here actually, because it's very interesting. Because this is the ultimate farm. So some people might ask me why I've got 8 fields and small fields at that, because they can have, like, you know, big old fields and try and get a maximum size. But the reason I've got them like this is that we can have 2 of each food, which takes up 6, and then we can have 1 of each luxury good, and that's the sunflower and the hemp, and they can rotate between each other. So for each farm they can produce something of everything. So I'll show you, and we've got this quite well set up already. So we're adding in an extra year already, because we're going to be ploughing next year. We've made that commitment. We're fallow this year, so our first year on one of them will be hemp, and our first year on the other will be sunflower. And then we'll go to potatoes on these guys. A potato down there, and this is already set up actually, so we go from potato to wheat to buckwheat to fallow, and we'll just go down, and we'll go, yeah, you're going to have to change over, so we'll go for wheat, to wheat, and then we go to buckwheat, and then we go to potato, and then fallow. And then down here we're going buckwheat, and buckwheat goes to potato, so we'll just keep the same pattern. We may as well, it doesn't really matter, but it does mean you're growing something of everything in each and every year. And we'll have 1 fallow year, and then here we'll go from hemp, we go to sunflower, and from sunflower we go to hemp. And I'll show you actually, we do have buckwheat there as a one-off year, and then fallow, so we're only producing luxury goods half of the time in this farm, and then hopefully we could time it so we could do the other half in this farm. But either way, if you have a look here, sunflower takes the vast majority of everything. It's like loads of red, a little bit of green, a little bit of blue. Hemp's kind of opposite, a little bit of red, loads of blue, and then buckwheat kind of tops up the blue. So hemp is 70% roughly, and buckwheat 60%. But with the ploughing, it makes up the nutrients, and so buckwheat in between the sunflower and hemp works well. So that is set up for our 4-year rotation. And what I would say is that we could just send a plough over, because we've already ploughed there, haven't we? Send a plough over, so we've got 2 ploughs in each, and we could see if we can get an extra plough over here. You've got more fields, so you need more ploughs. And I think that's fine. I mean, ultimately we'll need 3 ploughs in each farm, but we just need to find another couple of ox. So a 1-year-old, a 1-year-old, and no one else really to take your place. Let's have a look. 3-year-old, 2-year-old, a 2-month-old. Go on then, let's do 1 bull from there. Got a couple of 1-year-olds there. Oh, got a 9-year-old. We'll do you. Easy decision. And that's it, yeah. Okay, we've got our 2 ox. We'll see who's building you. Okay, here we go. They're making the plough. Halfway through. We've got the 2 animals now. Okay, brilliant. So they're going to have 3 ploughs for next year. We're in July, so we're well prepared. How's the tanning going? We just need to wait until October. And then we've got batch number 1. Batch number 2, we're gathering raw materials. So it's water at the moment. So let's give you another worker to help bring in the water. And another 2,000 bark. So we'll probably be collecting that as well. So that's an awful lot of bark, so I can see why it's up to 10,000 limit. Which is fine. We've got 10,000 bark there. And I mean, what we could do if we really wanted to is have a warehouse next to the tannery and just fill it full of bark. So every time, and fill it full of hides as well. Yeah, let's do that. That makes sense. Here we go. Warehouse. And we'll put the warehouse down here so the entrance is just right next door. There we we go. That'll do. And that way these guys might be able to benefit somehow as well, because we could store the leather in the warehouse. Yeah, I like that local production strategy. Here we go, trader. Well, we've got loads of money, we've got nearly 600, so let's buy some honey for our people. Let's buy 500 for honey. 507, that'll do for 50 money. They're requesting horse tack, but we're not quite making that yet, and they're offering iron, pigs and cow. We'll definitely take a bit of iron where we can. Go for 1,000. So with all these horseshoes, 120 money for just over 1,000. All these horseshoes we'll be making once we get our wagons up and running. That's the last thing we need to make. So once we've got our first batch, which is due in July, or we're nearly in August, September, October, in 2 months' time we're going to have our first batch of leather, and then we're going to activate our saddlery. We'll just activate them anyway, because they might be able to bring in other stuff they need. Might not just be leather. Maybe it is. Surely they'd need some metal bits. But maybe not. There we go, yep, metal parts. Okay, you get your metal parts going. You guys are harvesting your fields. Your lovely ploughed fields. How are the labourer limits? Yeah, let's go on 12 and apply it to all, just so everyone can share. Completely fallow this year, and a fair bit going on here, but not a lot. About half of that farm was fallow, but we can sort all that out when we put them on a new rotation. Because look, what have we got at the moment? Yeah, just oh wow, yeah, we went all out for sunflower and hemp, didn't we? Cool. And we've got 3,000 hemp. That's good going. Yeah, we did that as kind of a luxury farm, but we can wind that down and just have it intermingle with the others now. How much oil have we got? Wow, we've not got any sunflower oil, but our honey's come in. Let's list honey at our market. So one there and one there. Get rid of that honey. We can buy it in whenever we feel like we've got spare money now, because we're getting there. We're not far from activating our shoemaker once this gets up and going, and we've got our second batch started, and that's going to be ready in January. So that's really nice that we've got staggered batches. And depending on how many hides we've got, 200. Yeah, we'll wait on hiring a third worker. Okay, going very well. They're bringing in the harvest. And these still have a lot to do. Yep, they've got loads of workers, so let's just expand your workers. 15 will do. Have we got any spare? We've got open vacancies, but not other people looking for a job, so that's fine. We'll roll with that. They'll bring in the harvest quickly enough. Bring in potatoes, wheat, buckwheat. It's a good mix now. So we'll set it up to have an even mix, so that's really going to help us from now on. Because I know we've had, like, you know, loads of buckwheat and then no wheat. But that should balance itself out now. And I guess we could tweak it by giving the smaller fields to the stuff we always have an excess of, and gradually sort of moving that round so it works. And there might be some, I mean, that's the biggest field, isn't it? So I wonder what will go in there. Let's see how our cows are doing. I think next year might be quite the year. So we've got 14 in that shed. They've got a little weight, 21 there. So they're doing it. They're doing their thing. Couple of bulls there. That's fine. We could potentially squeeze out another. Could do that bull. Got 3 ploughs here though. Should have 3 ploughs there. Oh, we just need to request one. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got the 3rd plough down there. Okay. Let's unrequest you and just send that plough up to that farm. Must have been on the wrong farm when I requested it. Okay, great. People are generally happy. I mean, not too many people out of pocket, although our money has been going down a little bit. We're in September. I want to see our tannery deliver some leather. Max batches. Let's go on 3 for max batches. Start collecting in some more leather. I think actually the interesting thing is that the meat production will be all year round, but I think breeding does just happen in the spring and summer. Yeah, so I guess we could, so interestingly, in the winter we could trim that down every month and then sort of increase it up during summer and spring. That might be one way to get a bit of meat flowing through the winter. Just a suggestion. Here it is, tanning until October. We're in October. Is it finished? Have we done it? Let's move our warehouse up so we can get that done. Starting to collect stuff for the next batch, but might not be till next year that we do another batch. Are we done? When in October? Oh, we started collecting, but there we go, leather. That's leather. So they'll be taking that into the saddlery. There we go. Saddlery's collecting the leather. How many do we need? Like 100 leather for one? Ooh, ooh! We've made our first horse tack. Right, I'm going to get a horse and we're going to pick a prime age horse. Let's have a think. Oh, do we want male or female? Oh god, am I going to be like really... Oh, let's do a 2-year-old male. We've done it. I pressed the button. I don't know what that's going to do. And can we request a wagon? So this is where we'll see if it's just 1 horse or 2. And it'll tell us here. A wagon just needs 1 horse. And we're making our first wagon. This is it. So have we done it? Have we done it? Let's see it delivered. Is that it? Where is it? I think we may have made the first wagon. I don't know where it's coming, and I don't know how they're going to get the horse. There it is, there it is, there it is. Look, it's out the front. This is our first horse and wagon. And it's just waiting for someone to drive it. Oh, so we can employ someone at the wagon place. And look, are they... Oh no, they're carts. They're carts in the cart park. Oh, so people have just sort of thrown them in. It's interesting. I haven't actually looked in a cart park before. Okay, so we're going to... Nice, we've done it. We've done a little bit of everything now. We just need to get our farms up and running a bit better. So we've got someone employed in the wagon shed. I think we just need to wait for them to get to work and go and pick up the wagon. So let's go bird's eye view because they're not that far. There's the horse and cart. There's the wagon shed. Let's go on full speed and see it delivered. Surely can't take that long. Let's pause the game and see what they're offering. So they're offering pig, iron, charcoal, and they're demanding sunflower oil and horse tack. Do we have any sunflower oil? We've got 1,000 sunflower oil, so let's sell you 1,000 sunflower oil. It'd be great if you could just like type in the number, because sometimes you can't quite get it on the right bit. 180 income, brilliant. And we're not going to sell you any horse tack yet, because we're just getting up and running. But it's not going to take long before we can start feeding the world with horse tack with our leather production. Okay, come on, let's see you delivered. Let's click on follow as well. There we go. There it is. Right, there is our first wagon. Oh, okay. So they're just sitting in there. Right, let's get off follow. Just sitting in there. Just stalk you for a bit. See if anything happens. So, using them for the construction industry. So we've got space for 3. Well, it's refreshing to see. I mean, interesting to see there's only one horse needed. I guess that makes sense. I think they can carry a lot of materials. And I don't know if they're going to be used. What's here? We've got horse tack, horse shoes, food, drink. Once we start moving a lot of goods around. So this might be a test. Let's put some bark. Let's go for 30,000 bark, which will do us 3 batches. And see what that does. Is that going to... Yeah, we're saying store 30,000 bark there. Surely, if ever there was a need for a wagon, it's for transporting 30,000 bark. Don't know if we should like employ someone else. Let's employ someone else just in case you need to like ride them. Oh, someone's picked it up. Oh, they are. Ah, stop. Let's see what you've got. 1,800. Oh. So they're not picking up bark like I thought they would. They're picking up wood. Possibly to go to this house for construction. So let's follow you. Speed up the game. And we'll... Oh, there we go. Alright, let's follow you then. I'm your new stalker. So we're going to go over to the other end of town. So that was probably in the queue before our bark order showed up. And so we'll probably have a lot of our carts, our hand carts, delivering the bark already. But as soon as this wagon frees up... There we go, look at that. Way to deliver 1,800 wood. And it'd be interesting... Oh, what did that cart have in it? 100 nails? So yeah, this wagon can carry far more than the carts. Like, hugely so. So that's really important. Really good dynamic for this game. Really important to be able to carry that much. Are you going to go anywhere else? So he's waiting for a 50% or more load. Ah, so if that had, what was it, 1,800 wood or whatever it was, that would have been a minimum requirement was 50%, so maybe it's like just 3,000 or 4,000 they can carry. It's not doing anything else. So what we need to do is, the logical way to do this is to have one... What have we got here? Where are we holding the tack? Is it here? Let's make another male. So we'll do a male that's 3 years old. I don't know why I'm going for males. I can try doing a female as well. We'll request a wagon here, and we'll have a worker, so they'll get some food. But it'll take a while for them to. Have we got any hay there? Could do with a hay dryer there, couldn't we? I don't know if there's enough space. No, not really. Put a hay dryer out there, and we'll have some hay barracks next to this wagon shed. Spin you around. Here we go. And we've got lots of wells. Are you very full? Ooh, not very full. 3 wells around them are not very full, so we'll do another one. Or another 2. Quite like that, that's the opposite way around. Just do another one the same orientation. There we go. And then over here we want to do so we'll hire a worker, and we'll tick both for supply for construction and supply for regular deliveries, and we'll tick both here. I don't know if you need to tick both. Oh look, we've got our wagon. Is it there? It is, look. Hello horse. Well done. Okay, so we'll get a horse in each shed. So we need 1 more. So this time I'm going to pick a female who is 2 years old. I don't know if that's a filly or if I've just made that up, but it sounds good. So we'll go with that. and you're collecting water and hay. We've got loads of hay nearby. Oh, and look, the hay barracks for the cows, they are going down. So we've got 700 there, 900, 1,000, 1,000, 400 there. Interesting, but they're bringing some off these drying racks. I'm surprised that hay wasn't ruined in the winter. Maybe that's an oversight from the developer, because every other crop is ruined, and you'd expect hay to get ruined in the snow. So that's something to point out. Look at it. We've done it. We've done it. We've got the very beginnings of our leather process up and running. But look, we've got 270 leather. We've got one batch about to be done in January. And do you know what? I'm going to activate the shoemaker. I'm going to do it. That's the last industry that we haven't had running. And we're in December, so we're not far away from having now two farms with ploughs activated on the 4-year rotation. And what else were we doing? We were waiting for something else to get up to speed. I guess the cows to be slaughtered. This field is out of trees. Now there really are no trees in this field, and there's no way to just replant that field that we've already laid down. So, and they have they already started to take from this field? No, that's just the way the field is lain. So we've got to demolish that field and then make sure we plant another one. So you've got to make sure you're on top of that. It'd be great if you could just like click a button that replants them, or if they kind of just like replant them themselves. Let's do another field there. We'll have to remember to come back and do maybe another field there, so we've got a good rotation on those, because we're going to need so much bark, aren't we? So is our female horse, are they happy with a female? Yes. One animal. We're just saving up enough wood and metal parts. Okay, brilliant. Okay, looking good. So we just need to get our shoes up and running. We've not delivered any bark yet. And we've got a trader. They're offering live chicken and horses. They're demanding sunflower and lime. We could sell them a bit of lime, but we'll keep that for our tanning process, because I think leather's got to be more valuable, turning it into shoes. Oh, and we've got our first shoes. Oh, let's put that in our trading post. The next time someone asks for shoes, we can trade with them. So now our goal is to sell shoes to our people. So we'll put shoes on here as well. And shoes, and also we want to produce so many shoes that we can sell them to people at the trading post. And so we're not quite there yet. Our goal is to get all the farms with ploughs and on a 4-year rotation. We want all of our cow sheds maxed out to 20 and producing loads of leather, and we want to have all of our horse wagon sheds full with three wagons each. We've got one in each at the moment. Shortly to have someone delivered there. Just 500 more wood. And we want to be making saddles and shoes. And we could have a think about expanding our farms after that, and thinking about where on earth we'd have a new section of housing, because that's been quite successful, having that big lump in the middle and then all the industries on the outside. It's worked really well. I'm not sure where we'd expand out from here. Whoa, my god. It's an enormous map. The sky is the limit. Start a big new settlement coming out here. At first going through the trees. I mean, coming out here would be a bit of a logical move, because we've got a big area here. I mean, we'd just have to see. Here we go, we've got the shoes being taken out as they're being made. And actually in our tannery, we're up to the maximum number of batches for 3. We're building up our second batch. Okay. Looking good. So that is a fantastic place to stop for this episode. Join me in the next episode, where we're going to set up another farm, and we're going to increase our cow production, and hopefully make our first trade in shoes. Thank you for watching.